guys, welcome back to this tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going ahead and discuss another interview questions. And a lot of time, people have this confusion related to sObjects. So let's go ahead and discuss what is this sObject type. So before getting into this, sObject is used to represent any kind of object in Salesforce. You can use to represent a custom object. You can use a sObject to represent a standard object like account opportunities, leads, cases, and etc. So for example, you have something called as vehicle, right? Now, a car can be a vehicle, bike can be a vehicle. So vehicle is a generic type. So it's a generic. Now, car is a more concrete type. Motorbike is a more concrete. Similarly, we have sObject. Now, let's say animal. Now, animal is a generic type. Now, lion is an animal. Dog is an animal. Cat is an animal. Mouse is an animal, right? So this is the generic type. You can say line is an element. There's nothing wrong in that statement. Line is more concrete. Dog, it's more concrete. It's a concrete. Similarly, sObject is a generic type and you can have account that is an sObject. Then you can say lead, it's an sObject. You can have a custom object called book, that is an sObject. So sObject is a generic type which can represent any of these. It can represent an account object, it can represent a book or custom object, it can represent any kind of standard or custom object record. So that is what the sObject is. So let's go ahead and take an example to make it more clear about it. I am going back to my developer console and let's say we create a list of sObject. So what I'm going to do is, so I am creating a list. And what this list is going to hold, this list will hold the type sObject. And we will call this list as objects is equals to new of list then sObject then open and close braces, and that is it. So now what I have done is I have created a list and I have said that this list is going to hold an sObject. Now sObject can be anything. You can add account object records to it. You can add lead records to it. You can add opportunity records to it. You can add a custom record to it. You can do anything. So now it should not matter because you have specified that lists contain sObjects. So means you can have any kind of objects. Now here, let's say I am creating account object and I have provided the name for the account. Name is equals to cloud parlay account. This is the name for my account. Okay, so similarly, I will create an opportunity object and we will call this as op2 is equals to new of opportunity. And what is the name for the opportunity? I can say that the name is cloud parlay opportunity. That is the name for the opportunity. Then I am creating a case as well, which is another sObject. And I will call it as case 3 is equals to new of case. And when you are creating a case record, I think you have to provide two required fields. One is the, I think, status field, and one is the case origin field. So we are going ahead and provide the values of the status. Let's call it as is equals to new, and the origin is also, this is the another required field, is equals to phone. So now what we have done is we have created 3 records. First record is of account type, second record is of opportunity type, and third record is for case type. Now what we are going to do is we are going to add all these records to the list. So we are going to add the records which belong to different types. One belongs to account type, the other belongs to opportunity type, and the third one belongs to case. We are going to add these records to the list, and we will be able to do that because the list is of sObject type, because the list of sObject type. That is why we'll be able to do it. So now if I say objects dot of add, I should be able to add account 1, objects dot of add OPP2, I should be able to do that, and also objects dot add, I should be able to add my case. So I should say case 3. And then just to confirm if everything got added successfully, I am going to say that system.debug elements in the list. And here I am going to display my list. It should have all these 3 records. Because the list is of sObject, it can represent or it can hold any type of object, no matter it's a custom object or a standard object. It has to be objects that have it should be objects dot add. Okay, let's then execute it. Okay, sorry. Yeah, yeah. You had no issues. Go to debug only, and the list contains these records. It has account, it has opportunity, and it has case. Because you have created a list of the type sObject, you are able to add all these 3 objects, different type of objects. 3 are the different type of objects. So now if I try to go ahead and change this type to account, let's say if I specify the only account are allowed in this list, then you will get an error if you are trying to add these 2 records, because the second one is opportunity and the third is a case record. So you specify that my list only contain account records. So now if you go ahead and execute this, you are going to get an error. It is saying that, hey, method does not exist or incorrect signature. It says that list contain of the type accounts and you are trying to add the opportunity record in it. So what you have to do is you have to comment these two lines into order the program to run successfully. So once you comment those lines, the program ran successful because you are only adding one account record. So that's all you are doing. You are only adding one account record. You are not adding these two records, opportunity and case. So that is what the purpose of this sObject type. It's a generic type which can represent any type of standard or custom object in force.com platform. That is what the purpose of sObject. It's a generic type which can represent a standard or a custom object. So let's meet in the next tutorial. Till then, have a good day. Bye.